לכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Shabbat Shalom, Don.
Shabbat Shalom, Beau. Great to see you.
Great to see you too. Another week, another Shabbat together. Welcome everyone who's joining us. Also Shabbat Nachamu, right, Don? The Shabbat of comfort.
Nachamu, the Sabbath of comfort following Tisha B'Av, and we need it.
We absolutely do. I think we could all use a little bit of comfort, a little bit of warmth in our world right now. So let's invite that comfort, invite that warmth, the Shabbat, into our homes and into our families and into our lives this evening as we begin by lighting Shabbat candles.
So everyone watching, get your candles ready, strike that match, and then we cover our eyes so that we can bring the light of Shabbat in. Let's all join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של Shabbat. And now we join in Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon inchilanu zikaron le'maseh v'reishit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר יציאת מצרים. כי באנו ובקרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Amen. L'chaim. And now, the motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen. Hey, Avon, everyone. So we'll move now into Kabbalat Shabbat with the ancient mystical acrostic poem Lecha Dodi that imagines that on Friday evenings, as the sun sets, that Shabbat arrives into our world, into our lives, and into our homes, and into our families, in the way that a bride arrives at a wedding. So we join together. Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, ne Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, ne Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, ne Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, ne Shabbat nekabla. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hameyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiveret v'liktehila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'neilcha, Ki hi mekor habracha. Mehirosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'v'tzala, Toch emunei am sigula. Boi chala, Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. We've now expressed our joyful anticipation of Shabbat through Shalom Aleichem and Lecha Dodi, and we take these few moments now to make that final movement into the peace and tranquility of Shabbat with Baruch Hu. La 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 la
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Going to do something a little bit different tonight, and instead of teaching a little bit later in the service, I'm going to teach right now because what I want to share has something to do with the Shema, which we'll be joining together and chanting in just a few moments. So many of you know that one of the things I have the privilege of doing at the temple is overseeing our conversion program. And interestingly, in the months since the pandemic began, I'm getting more than double the number of calls from folks looking to learn more about Judaism. And the result is that I spend a lot of time helping non-Jews discover Judaism. And I get to see it through their eyes, as they are astonished by so many things that many of us take for granted and don't give a second thought to. The biggest of which is theology. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Uh-oh, here goes the rabbi. He's going to talk about God now, which of course we all know is every Jew's least favorite thing to talk about. If I had $1 for every time someone came up to me and said, well, you know, Rabbi, I'm more of a secular Jew, or I'm really just a cultural Jew, Rabbi. Well, more often than not, what they're really trying to tell me is that they don't know what, if anything, they do believe about God. But that's the point. That's the point. Theology is not defining for us as Jews. There's an old joke about 2 Jews and 3 opinions. Well, it's true. And it extends to God. It extends to theology. This shocks most non-Jews. The very idea that a religious tradition does not only prescribe a single theology is incredible. How is that possible? Well, consider the words of the Shema that we will chant in just a moment, words that are actually taken from this week's Torah portion. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Listen, Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. It's the central imperative in all of Judaism. So important that our ancestors saw fit to stencil it 10 stories above their heads around the oculus in our magnificent sanctuary and paint them on the walls, the chapel at the Irmis campus. Our famous statement of monotheism. But that's really all it is. A statement of a belief in one God. Nowhere does it tell us what we must believe about that one God. It's one of the most beautiful things about Judaism. The space for the diversity of beliefs about that one unifying force in the universe. So simply and so beautifully put in the Torah this week and in the words of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. And now we continue together chanting the V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
As we come to Mik Hamocha, our redemption song, our freedom song, Cantor Gurney and I thought it particularly appropriate to call to mind Representative John Lewis's life and legacy that so many of us are thinking about this week.
כמוך נדר בקודש נורת ילות עושי פלא מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים Seili anu amro Adonai imloch leolam vaed.
Be bold. Be courageous. Stand up. Speak up. Speak out. And find a way to create the beloved community, the beloved world, a world of peace, a world that recognizes the dignity of all humankind. Never become bitter, never become hostile, never hate. Live in peace. We're one people, and one love. Thank you very much.
These next moments are designed to attach our thoughts to peace, to the peace that we can bring into this world with God's help. We go to sleep each and every night, wondering and praying and hoping that we will wake up tomorrow and we will wake up ready to do good work in the world, to help to bring about peace in our nation, peace throughout the world. We join in the words of Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha.
to the Amidah, to the very center of our service this evening. And tonight we're going to take our Amidah silently. It's moments in time to reflect on the week that was, reflect on the week that lies ahead, either with the words on the pages of the prayer book or the words of our hearts. We take a few minutes amidst our joy and our celebration on the Shabbat to think of loved ones and family members who are in need of wholeness, who are in need of healing. And in just a moment, we'll join together in the words of the Mishaberach, asking for a refuach shlema, a return to wholeness and healing. So if you're thinking of someone tonight who could use a bit of wholeness, a bit of healing, please call their name to mind now as we join together in the words of the Mishaberach.
Mishaberach avotenu mekol habracha avotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu b'kol habracha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Well, it's the final Shabbat in the month of July, and so we're going to celebrate all the members of the Wilshire Boulevard Temple family who celebrated a birthday this past month. Mazel tov. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Let's join together in the words of the Shehechianu, thanking God for sustaining us and enabling us to reach these most beautiful celebrations in life.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higi'anu hazman hazeh. Amen.
We turn our thoughts now to sacred moments of memory, moments of Kaddish, as we recall loved ones and family members, members of our community who are no longer with us.
We begin by thinking of those for whom we're in a period of Shloshim, those who have died during these last 30 days, as we call to mind Joyce Mullery Clark, Miriam Connor, Bernard Gottlieb, Howard Greller, Sion Javahiri, Thomas Klein, Jerry Newberg, Jenny Pachulski, Eric Rothenberg, Betty Rudolph, Charlie Steineck, and Stanley Zimmerman. We add to their names the names of those whose yahrzeits occurred during this past week: Jeanette Bell, Mosi Bergman, Phyllis Berkowitz, Sanford Berkeley, Charlotte Blattis, Max Block, Jeanette Blumenstein, Ben Boyer, Benjamin Birkin, Matthew Coden, Myron Koritz, Hal Koski, Dora Dan, Irene Dick, Jeanette DiToledo, Saul Furman, Janice Fink, Zelda Foreman, Sherry Frank, Joyce Friend, Jack Galindo, Adam Gittleson, Leslie Handelsman, Arthur Hartman, Ruth Inklis, Murray Iskowitz, Farouk Javaharian, Joe Kaplan, Diana Klein, Harriet Lehman, Ellis Levy, Yoni Licht, Alicia Lindheim, Benjamin Lindy, Maury Loderman, Seidel Lynn, Jane Mayerson, Rita Norton, Edgar Phillips Jr., Jordan Phillips, John Reisenbach, Erwin Richter, Harry Rosenberg, Norma Rosemarin, Electra Rossner, Florence Roth, Belle Royce, Julia Sachs, Roy Shapiro, Jeanette Schulman, Fred Schwartz, Stephen Shaw, Judy Segal, Louis Sparrer, Anita Starkman, Joan Stern, Alice Stewart, Dorothy Toman, Bunny Wasser, Jonathan Weiss, Julius Wine, and Rabbi Alfred Wolf. We also call to mind those to whom we are grateful but do not know, those who have fallen defending the flags of the United States of America, the State of Israel, all the innocent victims of senseless terrorism and violence all over the world, and everyone who has no one to say Kaddish for them. Zichronam livracha, may their memories always be for a blessing.
We join together in the mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, ve'alma divrach chilutei ve'yamlich malchutei, v'chaye echon v'yom echon, v'chaye nechol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv imru, Amen. Yehi shemei Rabba mevarach ve'alam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dikudsha v'richot. Elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, ta'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim alenu ve'akol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. May the one who makes peace in the high places make peace for us and for all who mourn. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, Don. So wonderful to be leading our service tonight with you and to see you and spend another week with you.
My great pleasure, Beau. Always just beautiful together.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Ose shalom, shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ose shalom, shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael,